an app to actually help young women who are, gradually growing. I'm talking about menstrual hygiene and other stuff. So if we are ready, let's welcome Adwoa, who is also the co-founder of the Poka app. And I believe you all cannot wait to have this conversation. Ladies and gentlemen, Adwoa. Right. Yes, I know you all were waiting for Adwoa to do some dance process. You see, I'm not the only one who can dance. So Adwoa cannot dance to save her life too. Adwoa can dance.
I'm not a dancer.
Anyway, how are you doing?
I'm all right.
And it's good to have you here.
Thank you for having me, Doreen.
You're welcome. And I said this conversation is more for women. Should I say women? And then young ones who are now, starting the journey of womanhood. So today the conversation is going to be exciting. So please do well to send us messages via our WhatsApp number 055
157 5757.
And also join us live on Facebook and YouTube as well. And let's all have this conversation together. So we're starting first off. Should I call it menstrual hygiene?
Women's health.
Women's health.
Yes.
Okay, now you have an app, but first of all, what birthed this app?
A need.
Okay.
What birthed the app is a series of various events. So it started with me. I was diagnosed with fibroids when I was in law school. I'm a lawyer, did I mention?
Yeah, she's also a lawyer.
So I was diagnosed with fibroids, uterine fibroids.
Right.
And this was in my late 20s.
Wow.
And then, but the thing is, I had been using period trackers made by the Global West for a while, but I didn't know what fibroids were. And at the time when I was diagnosed, I thought it was akin to like having a tumor or a cancer. But when I did the research, I realized that 1 in 4 Black women have fibroids.
Right.
So I wasn't special or dying, I was just a Black person. And the apps that existed were not catering to my needs or my demographic. Okay. And then when I was pregnant, I also realized that the apps that I was using, to track the pregnancy, track kind of the food you need to eat to help you to keep your baby strong and yourself strong, they were telling me to eat foods that were not available in my corner market, in my local market.
Right.
So it told me that these apps are not thinking of people who live like me, who look like me, or who are in my situation, that is African and Black women. And so I thought, what if an app existed that would educate me, but in a culture and in a context that I, as an African woman, understand and can relate with? And so we got to talking, me and the rest of the team, and we said, maybe we should just build an app like that, that would provide menstrual health and women's health, really generally education, but rooted in African culture.
Wow.
So that's what birthed the app.
Oh, interesting. And I'm sure a lot of women have these trackers on their phones, on their laptops, and they track it. I don't know how it works for you. I've tried some. Sometimes it works. Sometimes the day passes. Sometimes it's like you're not sure of what is going on then. But we manage it because we just feel like. So do you think most of these trackers that we probably see, because they are not made in Ghana or in Africa, it doesn't tend to favor as well?
To an extent, yes. I mean, when it comes to predicting your cycle, that isn't necessarily demographic specific. But when it comes to the wellness and health tips that you receive in the app, it's not thinking about you, not necessarily in a negative way. It's just you're not their target market.
Right.
So they are not going to pains to tell you what the things in your environment can affect in your own health.
Okay.
So they are not, they're not going to give you wellness tips that will make any difference for you.
Okay.
For example, I only found out very recently that if you drink Sobolo, it can ease menstrual cramps. But this is not education I'll receive using any of these other apps because Sobolo isn't native to them.
Yes.
It's what we drink. We drink it everywhere, weddings, birthdays.
Everywhere.
Not realizing that the science behind it actually also aids menstrual health.
Okay.
And so those apps are fine, but because they don't speak to our context, they do not give us the education and the support to navigate our women's health and our menstrual health properly and adequately.
Okay. So you started building the app. Is it already existent? So
Yes.
you're okay?
It exists. The Poka Health App. It's on app stores, on what's the other one called?
Yeah.
Market,
yes.
Android and iPhone, whatever. It's available for both. Yeah.
Okay.
Poka Health App.
All right.
You can download it now and check it out.
Okay. So I'm sure My producer will probably post it up. But so on this app, what do we have on it?
So for now, like I know you said menstrual hygiene, and I said let's call it women's health.
Okay.
But technically, the app in this current iteration is a period tracker.
Okay.
So you can track your period on there. You can track whatever symptoms you're experiencing during your period, because there's a whole spectrum of symptoms that you experience during your period. And then you can also read articles curated by the team. We have a medical doctor who's specialized in women's reproductive health.
Wow.
So we are curating these articles, but centering them in our context as African women. Right. So you can read about that. And then we also have a shop in the app where you can buy sustainable period products. Okay. We're trying to ease African women, Ghanaian women, into using alternative products that are better for your pocket, for your body, and for the environment. So most people use pads. But we are pushing tampons, we are pushing menstrual cups, menstrual discs, but also even pads made from organic material like banana or from pawpaws. All these exist, and they are better for your body and for the environment. So
there are parts that are done from what?
Bananas and pawpaws, yes.
Pawpaws?
Yes.
How?
I can't tell you the process.
Like that before? No. Okay. Wow.
But the banana one is made in Ghana.
It's made in Ghana?
Yeah, in Tamale.
Wow.
Yeah.
And the pawpaw ones too are
the
made
pawpaw ones that I've used are not made in Ghana, made in India.
Okay.
But I'm sure that once banana is possible, Ghanaians can do pawpaw as well.
Very, very important. Okay. Now you were speaking of some products. You spoke about tampons. I don't know if some of you know what they are, but if you could just let us know what they are, and then the cups as well.
Yes. So the tampon is an insertion product. So I know some people are groaning when I said insertion. So normally we use a pad, and so you wait for the blood to come all the way from your uterus down through the vaginal canal into the pad. What the tampon does is you insert it into the vaginal canal, and then it catches the blood before it leaves the vaginal canal. So it's like made of cotton material. Usually it's like a stick, but made of cotton, so it's soft. You put it in your vagina, and then it catches the blood while it's in there. Right. And after whatever number of hours you normally flow for, you take it, you dispose of it, and you can put another one up there. So you can go through your period without ever even soiling yourself or having blood exit from your vaginal canal. The cup works in a similar way, but the cup is made of silicone, so it collects the blood.
Okay.
You take it out and you pour the blood out, wash the cup, and then put it back in.
Ooh. And I'm sure most of you are hearing it for the first time, because this conversation is very important, because a lot of people use pads.
Yeah.
And sometimes the pads is very uncomfortable. The moment you soil yourself, you become very uncomfortable, and it's like your day could easily mess up.
Exactly.
So that's why she's mentioned the tampons and then the cup as well. I've never heard about the cups. I've heard about the tampons, but I'm scared to use it, because sometimes I feel like when you use it and you lose the rope, that's it. Yeah, it's stuck for life. So I still use the pads anyway. Right. So this is an opportunity for me to. So the cups, are they being sold in Ghana too? So
yes, we have partnered with third-party vendors, and so there's a vendor on the Poka market that sells cups.
Okay.
There we go.
Okay.
Yes, that's
so there you go.
That's the tampon in the middle.
So this is the pad. That's the tampon in the middle, and that's the cup.
Yes.
Hey, but isn't it scary?
It's made of silicone, so it folds.
Okay.
Yes.
It folds,
and when you slip it in, you can release it.
Okay.
And so it closes around your cervix, just at the entrance of your uterus.
Yes.
And all the blood will just collect in there. And when you're ready, you stick your finger back in, and you fold it again.
Okay.
Pull it out gently with a stick.
Okay.
Rinse it, and then fold it and put it back in.
Wow. And how long can it stay there?
So it depends on the day for you. So for me, for example, on day 2, there's a lot of bleeding. So I may need to change it maybe within 4 to 6 hours.
All right.
But on a third, fourth day, it can go 8 to 12 hours without having to worry about being on my period.
Wow.
So you can be on your period without being on your period in a sense.
Yes. And you can swim with this. You can swim do whatever you want.
Even with the tampon, you can swim with it, but the cup is foolproof. I swam with a cup in many times. I love to swim. Yeah.
Wow. So for those of you who love to swim, you still want to go about your daily life as though like nothing is happening. Now, these are some of the products you can use. And as she said, when you go on the app, you can get some of these products to buy. I think that it would be a good opportunity for us to all try it, because trust me, it is very uncomfortable when you wear pads and it's so soaked up and you're somewhere in town and you don't know what to do about it. But these, it will definitely be a lifesaver.
Yes.
So this is what you have on the app. And just for the benefit of those who are currently here, maybe you might want to pick up your phone so that you go and check the app out. So what's the name of the app?
Poka Health, P-O-K-A Health.
P-O-K-A
Health.
Health. So Poka Health App.
Yes.
Okay, so go online right now, pick up your phone, just go and check out Poka Health, Poka Health
App.
Yes, Poka Health App. Just go and check it out right now and then get to see some of the things in there and learn a thing or two. It is a Ghanaian owned, and for us, we are praying and hoping that some of these things will come out from our Ghanaian side so it can all benefit some of us, because as she said, most of these apps that we see, it's usually outside. It's not, it doesn't benefit we the black people, because you go and they are asking you what to eat and what not to eat, and you go and see they've written black peas, and you and I know you have your kegari that you have to eat, or you have some fufu that you have to eat. How do you compromise with that, and how do you work with that? So I think that it will go a long way. So subsequently with the app, are you hoping that maybe you will help us with the kind of meals to eat, ease some of these things?
Glad you're asking, yes. So even currently, there's something called cycle syncing.
Okay.
Where, there are 4 phases of your menstrual cycle, and at different phases, your body is going through different things, and that affects your mental health, it affects your productivity, and even your physical health. Okay. And so we are trying to help people who use our app to best know which part of the phase that they are in and what they can do in that phase to increase their productivity. Okay. So we do have suggestions in there on what food in this phase that you're in. If today is, let's say, cycle day 3 for you, we'll say, okay, so you're on the 3rd day of your period. Here are the foods that you can eat to help you feel this way. Here's some exercise you can do. Here is what you need to do at work to either maximize productivity or to make the best of your lowered productivity because you're on your period.
Yeah.
So the food is absolutely in there, and we're doing even further. We're providing recipes and things like that in the app.
Okay. Now I'm going to ask, this is quite an interest. I know you said you're a lawyer.
Yes.
And then you also have this you do on the side. How are you able to juggle these two and still live a normal life? And you're a mother as well.
Yes.
How do you do all this?
I have 2 daughters, Nshoma and Kanya.
2 daughters, yes.
How do I do it? Every time somebody asks me this question, the answer is really simple. Partner the right people.
Right.
In every aspect of my life, partner the right people, because I cannot, although I like to multitask, if I was carrying the burden of everything on my own, I would burn out. So partner the right people when it comes to partnering the right husband, partnering the right business partners to help me carry the burdens in motherhood and in working, so that I'm able to achieve the best at, no matter what stage I'm in, there's some support in every aspect.
Right.
So partnerships.
Very, very important. So with this app, how many are you? You were a co-founder, but
yes,
how many
I have 4 other co-founders, 4 Ghanaian women.
Okay, so all